and the right shape and the right animation, and I am super thrilled about it.
Hey.
Nice.
Reminds me of Elden Ring. Somebody thought it'd be funny to put in this wall that breaks after you hit it like 1,000 times in a row. And it doesn't like change anything. It just leads you to a place you already had access to. And then they eventually deleted it. But they're like, we gotta have hit points for this wall. It's gotta be breakable. I'm just, a little stealthy thing to throw in here.
Coded it all for a gag.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are we leveling up?
No.
All right.
Every time
What?
you ask, it's another day.
I'm gonna ask every time, just so you know.
Perfect. All right. So what do you guys remember last time?
We are at the what's the word? We're at the camp, the Vistani camp. We have a new robot friend
Hey.
named Piddlewick the Second.
That is true.
Yeah. So Lior is pro trying to kill Rahadin after we just found him in the forest, but that also, like, out of character, I think that's a really bad plan and somebody should talk her out of it.
Yeah, but I'm naturally pro-killing, so I'm in support.
And I'm anti-genocide, which you still never maybe explicitly put all that backstory in, but I hate this guy.
So maybe this session is the TPK where we go up against a guy that we're underleveled for.
Perfect.
That's what I want.
I would also like to make a note of find Piddleton the First is a plot point.
You don't think he's at Blinksies, maybe?
That's a good option. And Blinks's real name is Piddleton.
Yep.
So off to Valaki?
No. I don't want to go to Valaki.
Okay.
Is it morning? Are we roused?
Yeah, it is. It is morning.
Well,
Okay.
they're going back to Valky.
Well,
Maybe
they're
we
delivering
re-enter.
supplies to Valaki.
We
I don't wanna
re-enter
go
the
back to
heroes of the city with help.
I don't want to do that.
No, yeah, I was kidding. Ah.
In the morning, Lior, as you all are getting up and like getting your stuff all packed up, Arabelle approaches you specifically, Lior, and she's sobbing.
Oh no. What happened?
What did you do to everybody?
What?
Nobody remembers him.
Rowan. Nobody remembers Rowan?
Oh.
Established that we do?
Why do you think that that's my fault?
Because
Just for the record, I barely remember Rowan.
Because I don't remember you.
Okay.
You came in and you took him. You took his place. Where is Rowan?
Well,
did you kill him?
No. It's not a thing I do.
I don't know what you would do.
Well, that's why I'm telling you. I'm telling you I would not do that. Team, help me out. I don't know. Where's Rowan?
What do we remember about Rowan? We just met him here, right? We don't really even know that dude.
Yeah, he teleported in like the rest of us and then peaced out, I guess.
Yeah, basically. And apologies, crew. I was having sound issues all the way up to 2 minutes ago, so I missed a lot.
You really didn't. You're fine.
No, we were just bullshitting. We just started.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so Arabelle thinks that she knows Rowan. She never met him, but she thinks that Rowan bought her the toy at Blinksy's and Rowan helped save her from the lake, and she thinks Rowan did that stuff
Maybe
because
there's
she
some.
doesn't remember me.
So maybe there's something to it. Maybe we need to investigate, figure out why she thinks that.
Yeah, because nobody else. I was really worried coming to the Vistani camp that other people would have forgotten me too, and no one else has. So, like, what's different about Arabelle? Who else forgot me? Somebody else forgot me. Oh, Ismark. Ismark forgot me because he put Rowan's name in his letter.
Oh.
So what do Ismark and Arabelle have in common?
Would you mind reminding me who the hell is Ismark?
Irina's brother. We left him behind in Barovia town.
Yeah, do not really remember that plot at all.
He's the
Only-
burgomaster.
If only there were a GM to guide us.
P-
I wonder if they've both been in
Piddlewick
contact
shakes his head.
with Piddlewick shakes his head.
Mm-hmm.
Piddlewick, what do you have to contribute here?
So he kind of puts his hand in his chin for a second, and then he starts putting his finger into the dirt.
Ooh, can he write? What languages do you speak, Piddlewick?
Can you write?
Yeah, he's
It
gonna
is
write us
just
a message in the
pictures.
dirt. Oh, okay, it's pictures. Okay.
Yeah, are you dumb?
No, I don't know. Just because he's like sentient doesn't mean he's literate. Like,
So he draws a very crude picture of somebody's head with an arrow to a picture of somebody's head,
okay.
and then puts an X through it. And then he draws a picture of a book, and he draws an arrow, and he draws a picture of a book with an arrow going between the books.
Okay.
And then he sighs.
How do you know about anything that's going on? You just got here.
He rolls his eyes at you.
Okay. We'll put a pin in that one then.
He looks at you.
I don't know what to say to Arabella though.
He looks at Yulior, and then he starts like mocking you, like he's doing a little monkey dance. And then he motions and puts his hand directly over his face, and then acts like he's taking something off.
Oh, well, that's just rude. I've been very nice to you. I laughed at all your jokes.
And then he puts his hand back on his face, and then he does the monkey dance again.
But why only those two? I mean, I can't take it off. We tried that. So if you've got any other ideas, machine guy.
He shakes his head.
Cool.
And then he lays down.
Cool. Thanks, Piddlewick.
I mean, arguably, we all pushed for you to take it off, and then just RNG failed.
Well, it's not here anymore. Like,
Yeah, but we did all. Correct me if I'm wrong, DM. We all saw it physically sink into her face.
Yeah,
we
you all
saw
look at
that. We
her.
saw that.
There is no visible like line or anything. Like it.
Oh, for sure. But we
like,
saw the action of.
no,
Yeah, you
I
saw
just
it.
woke up and it was gone.
Yeah, I thought it was in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mask sunk in before.
It was in the morning.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Thank you
and
for-
then you did a detect magic and believed that the mask was still in or on me somehow, but we can't visually see it anywhere, and I can't touch
Okay.
it or anything.
I could have. I was basing my thoughts off of. I thought we were like, like, hey, like we were in the city, and it was like, hey, you should try and take it off. And then after we failed to do so, or implore you to do so, then it just sunk in. I that's how I remembered it. I apologize.
That was our speculation that it had sunken in, and it's like below my skin
okay.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, based on your detect magic read, that was our speculation.
Okay.
All right. Arabelle's still kind of sobbing, but she looks at you
Yeah,
wantingly.
I don't know. I'm like at a loss as to what to say to Arabelle, and I don't know that anyone else on the team is the comforting children sort either. So
Nope, I like to murder people.
Can I come with you guys for a little bit?
yeah, 100%, absolutely. Do you trust us? Do you trust me?
I don't know you.
Right. So why do you want to come with us?
I feel like I am supposed to.
Okay.
I get vibes. I don't
Mhm.
know.
Do you have like parents you should check in with first?
No. I have an uncle.
Yeah, at
Arabelle?
least tell your uncle where you're gonna go.
No, he doesn't care.
He told us to buy you a toy. He cares that much.
Well, yeah, but he's not the boss of me. I can take care of myself better than he can.
Okay.
Where are you guys going? As she kind of like rubs the tears out of her eyes. Kind of sucking it up.
Team, where are we going?
There was discussion of going to
Of the Sonic.
Kavach,
Kresk.
Kresk. Did I totally just make up all the other letters of that name?
It sounded like a cool location. With that being said.
Oh, I thought you were going to Ginny's.
I don't know. I feel really iffy about anything or anyone to do with the city right now.
Well, Ginny's is outside the city a little ways, so
Right. Yeah, but I don't want her to hate me or forget me. You know, the
Ginny
things that
didn't forget
typically
you.
happen. I don't know that.
How would she know that Jenny didn't forget her?
Because I talked to her earlier yesterday about Rowan.
Oh, okay. Cool. Arabelle, question.
Yeah.
Have you perhaps maybe met anyone who might be working for Strahd recently? Is that a thing that's happened to you? Anyone suspicious?
I mean, like the no.
Okay. Well, obviously let us know if that happens. Just trying to figure out what you and Ismark have in common.
What about Ismark?
Just think maybe you guys have something in common. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
That name sounds familiar, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
So are we going to Jenny's or are we going to Kresk?
Team, want to go hunt a guy in the woods?
The dude who are like, we need to hunt and kill. Yeah, I've told you I'm down for that.
Great. Yeah, then we're going to Jenny's and we're getting some poison.
Hold
That's what
on,
we're
did
doing.
I hear people talking about how dangerous he is? Because I have reservations.
Yes, he is Not to be trifled with. That's why we're getting the poison, so that we can do this on the sneaky.
And just to be clear, I fully expected to turn into an all-out brawl, and I am still down.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
need you to level up 5 times.
I'm a firm believer that the best
I'll
laid
just TPK.
plans of mice and men don't always turn out right.
Yeah, I remember how that book ended. It wasn't happy.
Mhm. No,
Okay.
I mean, I'm on board to go get some poison, even if we end up not chasing this guy down or whatever. I mean,
Okay.
man could always use poison.
All right. I'm you all head out and without like any interference whatsoever, you easily like tread your way up back to Valaki, the west side of which, and you make your way up to this kind of uh hovel, this like little shack. Like there's like mushrooms growing outside of it. There's moss all over the building. Like it looks almost run down. Like you don't know how it's standing up, but you see more green than wood on this building. And you see
Before
this.
we
Yep.
Sorry, before we get there, if I can, while we're walking, I'd like to grab a couple herbs as a welcoming gesture.
Okay. Are there any particular herbs or type of herbs that you want to try and look for?
Well, this is this is something that Lior has done for Jenny in the past, because I would come in and out of the city pretty regularly, and so I would be walking through these woods a lot. So something that she's asked me to get before, in
You're the very
terms
DM
of like
question.
height.
I asked the DM what will be useful.
No, it uh so something that she's asked for before, so that I know that she'll use it, and I like know kind of what it looks like and stuff. And something in the sort of maybe like painkiller, soothing, like given that the city was just attacked, something that she might be low on stock in, like that sort of thing.
Okay. So eh,
And I'm happy to make a roll, and if I fail, I don't,
yeah,
bring
do
anything.
a
That's fine too.
can you do a survival?
Mm-hmm. That's 20.
Um so yeah, you you find in this like grove along the way, you actually find very rare y- a very rare mushroom and a flower. You find mooncap and ghost blossom.
Okay, cool.
You only find like one apiece. They're both pretty rare, but with the 20, yeah, you definitely find them both.
Sweet. Oh, I put that in the wrong channel. Yep, great. Grabbing those for Jenny.
All right. So yeah, you make your way to Jenny's essentially like a cabin. And you see the big wooden sign that's kind of like slanted and it's just right Jenny Shack and very large letters. Um you go inside?
Yeah. If there's not any like sign that something's amiss, then yeah, I wouldn't have any hesitation about that.
Nope, it just looks very normal to you.
Cool. Yep, go
Um
in.
you step into a dimly lit shack. Like the thick scent of herbs hits your face, like damp earth. Um, you you just like inhale, and you can just feel like this like vaguely metallic filling your lungs. You see bundles of like dried plants hanging from the ceiling. Shelves are all cluttered with like vials of murky liquids and trinkets. And in a corner, hunched over a big bubbling cauldron, is Jenny Greenteeth. Her sharp green eyes are gleaming in the flickering candlelight. She does not turn around. She's merely stirring the pot with a long wooden handle, and she inhales. She has not seen you yet.
I'm just gonna call out to her because we're friendly. So Jenny.
She turns slowly towards you and goes, "Hell's below! Whoa, that is not a trick I saw coming." She looks like she saw a ghost, essentially.
Brewing something interesting, Jenny?
Maybe? She steps closer and she's like, her neck stuck out, looking at you, peering like into your soul almost. It's like an intensity that is just like you feel naked. Then, and like emotion that's like so fast that you can't even react. She snatches your wrist, flips it over, and then runs like one of her fingers down your palm. No,
Ha.
no, 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 no. You were torn from this world, child. I saw it. I felt it. I smelled the ash. So tell me, ghost, how was it you walk into my shop with a body that shouldn't be?
Oh. Torn from this world.
Yes. What is your name?
No, Jenny, you know me. Jenny.
What is your name, girl?
Leor?
No, 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 no. That's what you call yourself, right? Isn't it? It ain't quite right. Not deep down where it matters. You see her like turn around and start like digging around into her shelves, like cluttered, like picking out small objects, and she plucks a small cloudy mirror and she thrusts it into your chest. Go on then, take a look. See what
No.
your bones remember.
Oh no. Okay. With trepidation, I would take a look at the mirror.
All right, you lift it slowly. Um, you do see your own face staring back, but for a fleeting second, just for a moment, the reflection is wrong. The shape of your eyes, the cut of your jaw, all of your features. It is the face that you saw in the ethereal. It's Rowan.
Rowan, yeah. Okay. Uh, so Jenny, I don't know what happened. Maybe got things a little bit tangled up. If you know how to untangle me, I'm all ears because this is not a situation that I wanted to be in. Also, what did you mean pulled from this world? Do you think that there's like half of me that's somewhere else? I don't believe in other worlds.
I buried you
No, you
11
didn't.
years ago.
What?
Can we just pause on what a hot take I don't believe in other worlds is?
Other worlds mean you died, girl. I watched you die. So I don't know what
What?
this is.
What? How did I die?
Strahd found you.
No.
He extinguished your life. He found you playing one night in Valaki, followed you, and got rid of you. I buried what was left of you.
No.
So I don't know what this form is before me now, but you aren't the Leor I know.
Can I just say, as an enjoyer of story, ooh,
Lower drop.
That's not true. I was here last week and then I've been with these guys, but I was playing in town last week. Danica remembered me when I got to the inn.
Something strange is afoot because it seems like you believe who you are, but I pulled your mangled body from the back alley.
Mm.
Do you remember a run-in with Strahd?
But I didn't. He didn't know who I was. I got away. It was fine. It was fine. I had an amulet that protected me, and it was fine.
What amulet?
It broke. It broke when. But it did. It got me out of that situation. He came to the inn while I was playing, and I had the amulet, and I was able to lie to him. And
You mean this amulet? And she holds up the cracked amulet that you
yes,
were wearing.
where'd you get that?
I'm the one who gave it to you.
What the fuck?
And the only thing that can crack this amulet of protection is when you die.
No, I had it. I was wearing it, and I had it until I was with these guys in some house.
Girl, what do you think is true?
I don't know. I can't. I met Rowan. I met him. We were in the same place for a time, and then he disappeared. But it's not like I'm haunting him. It's not. I met him.
Something strange is happening here. Do all of you remember Rowan? And do you remember Lior?
I mean, yeah.
I only really knew this Rowan guy one or 2 days. I don't think it's even a full day.
She goes around and snatches each one of your wrists up and feels them as well. She starts staring deep within your eyes. And she goes, there's something much more powerful at work here. Something that I can't understand. Arabelle, do you remember Lior and Rowan? I don't remember her. Oh, that is interesting. Well, what did the ghost come here for in the first place is what I'm curious about.
To kill Strahd.
To kill Strahd. Well, I guess you do deserve revenge for what he did to you. That would make you even.
I got a Taroka reading from Madame Ava. She said that we were going to change the fate of Barovia. At first, I was just trying to get back to Valaki, but then I got the Taroka reading, and
Yes. I have a feeling that, I have a feeling Ava would be unaffected as well.
hmm.
So,
All right.
did you, do you, did you mess with anything ancient? Did you have any artifacts? Any magical interaction? Maybe
What,
you angered a hag?
Well, I mean, but like before I supposedly died or afterwards?
Maybe Arabelle, you don't remember Lior, correct? When did Lior appear?
Mm,
Uh, 4 or 5 days ago.
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
all right. Does anything happen 4 or 5 days ago? There's like
Yeah,
a
to be honest
window.
with you, Jenny, I've been touching a lot of magical shit. Um, so there's been there's a lot that's been going on. I had this mask that I put on that was like a
A
disguise.
mask.
Yeah, and then I also have an amulet that sends me to the ethereal plane where I can meet Rowan's ghost, and then yeah, and I've been dealing with a lot of shit actually.
Yeah, she's roided up hard.
Okay. Can you go over what this mask is?
Well, I don't have it anymore. I wore it one time and then it disappeared. But I got it from somebody. Little fuzzy on the details on that one. But I could put it on and I could look like somebody else. And so we were in a tight spot, in the manor, and I put it on to look like one of the maids, and then I got out. It was fine. Everything was fine. I didn't feel any different or anything. And then, then I went to sleep, and then it was gone.
Go ahead and skip the part about how all of your companions were very concerned about your mask wearing.
Yeah, I don't remember that part. You guys feel free to chime in though with that.
Hmm.
Now I'm good. I'm
Um,
eating a sandwich.
He starts humming a little tune, tapping on the little countertop that she has next to her, and he goes, "So the little duskling wore it, did she? The poor petal, poor Rowan not Rowan. She danced with shadows, and the shadows took her name as payment. Is that the is that what happened? Possibly? Hmm. The Feywild can be unforgiving in Barovia.
The Fae? What?
Yes, there are Fey here in Barovia.
Right, but I didn't know I'd met any of them.
Oh, you've met a few already. I believe that
Mm.
amulet around your neck belonged to a Fey.
Well, but she's dead.
That's true.
So she doesn't really count so much in my book as much as a Fae at large who knows my name.
Hmm.
That's more worrying.
Then maybe not a Fey. Maybe a place between the weave and the veil, where stories go to rot, a forgotten space.
I don't like that. I like stories. I don't want to be where stories go to rot.
But that's the clever part. It wouldn't steal it all at once. It gives you a role, a song, a name. You wear it again and again, then one morning no one remembers who wore it first, not even you.
No. I don't like this.
Yes, I've heard of artifacts like this. But if the question is if Rowan paid the price, are you still indebted to it, even though you're Rowan, not Rowan? Hmm, that's a good question. I have no idea how these contracts work. Only, well, I guess Rowan would know.
Right. Oh, hey, Jenny. Since you
Yes.
seem very knowledgeable all of a sudden about things that I never knew you were knowledgeable about, I if I were to be in the same space as the I don't know, disembodied soul of Rowan, how would I talk to
Ooh.
him?
How in the world are you seeing the disembodied soul of Rowan? Are you hallucinating?
No, it's a long story. I don't know that it's his soul. I don't know. There's just like if I were to see an ethereal Rowan, how can I communicate with him?
Mm,
Is he
well,
ethereal or ectoplasmic?
I don't know. I don't even really remember what he looks like that well.
Well, wait. Are you going to the place between life and death here in Barovia?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think so,
Well,
though. Yes.
if they're without their voice, you could just ask no questions. And they could maybe nod or shake their head, but I would not go to that place. I would never dare venture there. People
Well,
don't return.
it's nice to get all of these warnings after I do stuff.
Well, I never expected Lior to show up on my doorstep after 11 years of being in the ground behind it.
Right. Speaking of putting people in the ground, though, we did come here for a reason that was not to do with my apparently spooky backstory.
I want to say this is mostly guesswork. It could be something other than the mask, but the mask seems the most likely.
Yeah. Okay. Um.
Ooh, you could go see Madame Eva. She could probably tell you a little bit more about like spooky artifacts like this. I'm more like, plants.
Oh, yeah. I brought you some plants, actually.
Ooh, what did you bring me, child?
I'm gonna produce them.
What
The mooncap and the ghost blossom.
I
Yep. Ta-da!
I call should I? I'm not sure if I should call you Lior, but I guess I will.
Oh, I don't
But
think Rowan
yes,
knows how to find these.
true. You. This is classic Lior, but yes, this would be very helpful. Thank you.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, super welcome. We were actually coming here hoping that you could provide us some poison.
Poison?
Yes.
Poison for what? Oh yes, this mooncap. I'll melt this down with some goose grease.
Right.
Yes.
The fast acting, highly effective kind of poison. The
Oh, for
like
who?
somebody that we want to kill without him knowing that we're trying to kill him.
Okay. Just a normal poison then?
No, like a really, really, really strong one.
Okay. Oh well, the stronger the poison, the more information about that person I'm going to need.
He's an
Well,
elf.
and she said fact acting, but if it like stops them from moving and then takes them like 20 hours to die, that'd probably be fine.
Okay, I'm just telling you right out that a poison's not going to work against Strahd. So
No, not Strahd. An elf.
okay, an elf. I'm not. Why would you want to kill an elf?
You know, just maybe one particular one who I happen to know the location of.
Her eyes narrow at that
Who is
moment.
evil?
Like
Clear, very evil.
Rahadin.
Yeah. He's in the woods, Jenny.
And you see her kind of like jump at that. She goes, "Well, poison? No, you do not poison Rahadin."
Well,
She
how am I
she,
gonna kill him then?
she drops the flower and the mushroom that she gave her into a mortar and starts like breaking it up fast. She stares at you and goes, "You curse him."
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an option. I like that option.
You bind him to his sins. You make him feel every scream he ever caused.
How do I curse him?
That you will need another magical artifact.
Yeah. Well, good, because I have such a great track record.
Very true. So yes, this man's house is full of ghosts, and you want to make him live it. It won't necessarily kill him, but it'll weaken him.
Okay.
It'll give him something he's never had before. which is regret.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
She puts down the pestle and she gets under the counter to find a key ring with like maybe 100 keys, all different shapes and sizes. And she walks into the back, walks to the back of her little shop and opens up this tiny little cabinet, opens it up. There's a safe inside, and then she opens up the safe.
What you got?
And you see her bring over a box, like a tiny little box, maybe 3 inches by 6 inches,
Hmm.
like a black lacquered box with a silver sigil burned into the lid.
Okay.
And you can recognize it as it's ancient and Vistani.
Okay.
Um,
Do I recognize the sigil?
do a history check.
13.
Okay. Uh, you know it has to do with the swamp.
The swamp.
Yeah, there's you can recognize a crescent moon and some teardrops, and you know it has something to do with the swamp, and that's all you can remember.
Okay.
But you know that there's more to it, but you're not quite sure.
Okay. Is the swamp somewhere that is on our map of Barovia? Is it somewhere that I would know where it is, or is it just like some nebulous swamp somewhere?
There are kind of disconnected swamps all over
Okay. This is
Barovia.
generic swamp symbol.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, she pulls up this box and she puts it on a table and says, "This'll only work once. Burn it near him, and hail it too if you must. It'll pull the veil back just enough to shake him, to make him see every soul he ever silenced."
Okay. Okay. That is okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. What happens
Okay.
if I inhale it too?
Well, you just you might experience every person you've ever hurt or killed.
Rowan.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm confused. Looking forward to exploring that. Okay, great.
Okay.
Would this
And
would this
how
would this poison work on Strahd?
No.
and how are you going to pay today?
Well, okay, wait. Is this gonna be one of those Fey things where like it has a cost that you can't pay in gold? Like I gave you some very nice plants. What would you like?
Hmm. Ooh. What is that sword that your rogue has over there?
Not for sale, I don't think. It has a
Nope.
personality, it talks. It's kind of mean
He's my buddy.
sometimes.
We just became friends and we're not ready to part.
We know where something is.
Can I offer you a mask I no longer actually have in my possession? You could take that.
Out of your soul.
If we're doing like weird ethereal prices, like
All right. So
I give
We
you
can tell you
1/8
where
of
some
my
kind
soul.
of Palantir is.
I will either take the sword or I will take all 4 of your full names written down in this notebook.
oh, I don't know. How much do we like that sword?
I I mean, a fair amount. Although I never learned what it. You said it had cool abilities. Besides talking, does it do stuff?
You don't know.
More will be
Really? Because I thought I
revealed.
attuned to it during the last long rest.
No, you did. I just
The rules
I just
do
haven't
say
told
like
you.
legendary items can behave a little differently.
This
Well,
legendary item you're going to have to use in order to figure out how it works.
oh, I don't know. I wasn't planning on actually using it. Uh oh.
Oh, then you just don't have to. You don't have to use it.
Damn, I guess we could sell it to this old biddy.
Yeah, it could, but it's a cool sword that I don't
I'm
actually plan to use.
Hey, lady, do you want a Palantir?
The one you threw into the lake?
Oh, damn, you already know. Okay, oh, shit, well.
No, this is out of character. If you want to ask that, I'm just letting you know out of character the one you threw into the lake. She does
That's
not know
what I'm
that.
talking. Frankly, I don't think we ever really learned what it did.
Yeah, we just thought Palantir. Let's get.
Someone told us it was hella evil.
You said Palantir, and what is? Can you show it to me?
We could tell you where it is.
Yeah, that's not like no. Bird in a hand's worth two in the bush.
Yes, sir. You know, we could get along.
All right. Do you want this box or not? I just need 4 of your names. Not for curses, not for control, just insurance.
But
Is
Leor,
there?
you have 4 names, right?
I don't think
I
Benny
wa-
wants those.
That was a good joke though.
Yeah.
Is there already like parchment and paper? Because I feel like if there's already like parchment and paper, Norbert would just go up and write his name.
Okay. And this is like your full true name.
Yeah, it's one word.
You tell me what I'm
No.
writing, DM.
So it has to be whatever like your full true name, like your name and surname. Like
I'm looking at my character sheet.
But now
So-
I really
Never
want to
gave
write
myself
something
a
else.
surname.
so I would assume the name on your character sheet is just like your like first name or your nickname, either one. And then you just don't have a full name? Or you just
Not for
didn't
me.
put down your
For
Yeah,
me
no,
personally, it's like share. It's just Zaro. That's it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not even trying to deceive or anything. Like, out of character, it's just Norbert. Unless you know something I don't, DM, which is probably.
This is a D&D Beyond kind of foible because like paper character sheets have a spot to fill in a full name, but this doesn't.
Well, I thought about putting a space.
Well, yeah, there's a name box. I would assume you put your full name there.
Oh,
So
I just
we're-
never.
you?
What I'm saying is, even if it had a specific last name box, I am choosing that I am like share, just Zaro, single name.
Yeah, and I'm Sunny.
Personally,
I've never given a character a last name, and that's not that's not saying that's good or right. But I'm not gonna change that now, just
I
for
for
some
sure
lady
have.
to steal it.
I for sure have, but not this one.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I feel like in the future I would like to give a character a last name because my first 2 characters didn't. So it's like, you know, just
I believe
going
all-
off the vibe.
I believe all of your characters would understand like the concept of like the true name is like instead of your given name, it's your chosen name. It's like it could be a hidden one. And the Fae kind of work on the power of meaning. So it's not necessarily the one that you give out, but it's the one that like maybe you refer to yourself.
Okay, but is
Or
it like
when-
is it known or unknown to us, or is it what we call ourselves within our own given like language? Or
It could be what you call yourself in your language, what you call yourself inside your head, but it's just what is like the meaning to yourself. And you don't even have to state it now. It's just you have to write it in the book, and she will know if it is your true name or not. And you don't even have
Norbert,
to
Okay.
share it with everyone else.
Norbert writes
I
down
understand.
Norbert writes down Norberto.
Okay.
I silently write down, without telling anybody, Destroyer of Worlds.
That's fair, honestly.
I have to think
Yes,
about
I
this
just
now.
write Edge stay out.
I did like Norberto, but
Is that your chosen name? How you see yourself?
well, I'm just
I don't
thinking
know.
about where I'm just thinking about where I hail from.
Okay.
I'm here to find myself. Barovia is a great place to do self-searching, by the way.
I mean, quite literally, if you're Leora and you have an amulet.
Let me.
All right. So, Leora, do you put your name in the book?
Very, very, very hesitant. And is anybody watching me write, or do I get to do this like kind of secretly, privately?
I'm not, because I didn't want anybody to look at me, so I'm not looking at anybody else.
Right, but if I'm going last, I would see what everyone else wrote. But
No,
Is it magical? Does it erase it as we pass it? That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I would
Uh,
say for this, you all when she hands you the book, she's actually giving you a new page each time.
okay,
All right.
got it.
DM, I just messaged to you what I said, or what I wrote down.
I hate it. I'm
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I know, just because I made you work like 13 seconds harder.
Just message me.
Okay.
Oh
Yes.
shit! No, I didn't. Damn it.
Yeah, I was like,
Whatever. I don't care. It's the truth.
I'm gonna report this message.
Report deletion, bro.
There we go. All right. You all put your names in.
Yes.
Yes.
But if anyone was paying attention, you could probably tell that I'm not writing Leor in the book.
I don't think anybody would be surprised, to be honest.
Right.
So what did you write?
I will DM it to you once I figure it out.
Okay.
Plot twist.
Perfect.
She hasn't even named her character.
I had to do some research.
Man,
Okay.
I'm so.
Is
I'm so.
is it something that will require a deception check, or is it?
No, it is a genuine name
Okay. Okay.
related to my backstory.
Perfect. All right, that works.
Yeah, I goofed up, but if anybody saw my shit, it doesn't matter because I am being truthful, but I'm being truthful in a formal manner based on my backstory.
It's just player knowledge.
I'm not
I
even
was
aware
on.
that they like might have different names or something. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just Edge stay out. Period. Like, are you guys not?
It seems very genuine.
Leor is Rowan of Lohan.
Hey.
Oh man, I could have put in
Oh,
Rowan's name and seen what
that's
happened.
crazy. She like gives your page back like, excuse me.
So, Jenny's grin gets very, very wide. Like not like gleeful or like cruel, just like really, really satisfied. She she says, "There now, nicely done. And no takebacks. Mind, names are like secrets. They only get heavier when you try to carry them twice." Um, she pushes the black lacquered box towards you, and it's warm to the touch and pulsing faintly.
Okay, great. I'll take it.
To use it, break the seal, light the contents on fire, and inhale the first breath. Let it fill your lungs. And then Rahadin will see what he's bearing.
Okay. Thank you, Jenny. This was a very unexpected little detour here, but thanks.
For sure. Oh, wait. Here, this one's on the house. She pulls out a little green vial and flicks it towards you. It's like, that one's for dessert.
Wait, am I supposed to do...
It's a poison.
Okay, great.
Since you mentioned poison, I had this one on hand. It doesn't actually kill you, but it does make your teeth fall out and your tongue go numb.
Great. All right.
I
That could be useful.
I can make poisons that do anything.
Good to know.
Oh, and don't die, girl. Well, at least again.
Again.
Savage.
Okay. Okay, great. All right, party. Off to curse a maniac.
If he's still there. It's not.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yep.
I've been all down to mess with this dude.
He'll be watching Irina, so as long as Irina's still in the city, he should still be there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you go over to where you last left your mark, where you saw that camp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Would somebody else like to do the honors with the curse box, given that apparently I'm dead? And this thing pulls back the veil on the ghosts.
Yeah,
you've
I'm looking
already
at the two
interacted.
people that do magic stuff. I'm
mean-
very clearly like implying it should not be me.
I mean, I'm comfortable with death magic, per previous discussions on the matter.
Sounds good to me. And
Okay,
then
who's
I pointed
taking it?
as I'm pointing at Edgedale, I'm like, sounds good to me.
Okay, great. I'm gonna give Edgedale the curse box and make sure you understand the instructions. You can only use it once. You have to be close to him when you light it on fire. Do you have fire magic or something? Okay.
Like necrotic. I got a radiant.
You have to light it on fire.
Honestly, that sounds more like Norb's area of expertise.
I mean, I could just hit you with a firebolt, but I don't think you'd like that.
Tag team. Only which one? Might as well.
All right. Are you guys ready to approach?
Norb is holding it, or Edgedale's got it.
Edgedale was cutting out. I couldn't fully hear, so
My
I'm
bad.
willing. I'm willing to, of course, if you know.
Oh,
You all approach this campsite slowly. Can you all make a sneak check? Stealth
Sneak.
check? Sneak. been playing
Oh, yes.
Little Oblivion. Now I'm just into the sneak vocab.
That was
I
almost.
forgot that rolling was a thing. Oh, wait. Where's my laptop? Hang on.
That's
Who
a
knew you would
7
roll in D20 or
That's a
in
17.
D&D?
Good.
I
Okay,
see that.
sneak. There's no sneak snap.
I'm struggling.
I got a 1.
Stealth. What?
I know.
Got a 1. I've
I
forgotten more than
can.
once that I can reroll those, by the way.
Well,
Yeah, I can boost my 1 though.
okay.
Wait, both you rolled
Can-
ones?
Jake rolled
I
an
rolled a
8.
1.
Yeah, I rolled 8 plus, damn, I was not prepared. I was just
Yeah,
vibing.
Jake and David, both of you are just snapping on twigs.
Okay, nope, I fail. So
I
I
Yeah,
got
gotta
a
burn the
plus
dice.
3. If that helps, I got
mean,
a
I
3.
had a +6, so my 1 is an 8, but it's still pretty bad.
Yeah,
An
you just end up stepping on some big branches and causing these loud snaps as you're trying to get closer. Not super sneaky, but nothing happens as you
I mean,
approach.
I was gonna say shared rolls.
Sometimes.
It's literally the worst I could possibly do ever. And pretty soon I'll get the ability to make my minimum roll like an 18.
We'll just forget that the rogue did the thing that happened.
Everybody can step on a branch. Sorry, guys.
We
There's
will never let you live it down.
you see signs of the camp from before. As you peek in, you see the campfire. You see a small tent. The embers still look warm. You see
I feel-
you see a cup with some liquid in it still steaming next to the fire.
I would like to quickly look around for a counterattack or traps or what have you.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
checking
do
the
a
trees.
perception check.
Yeah, can I get in on that too? I don't know if I'll be getting better.
Everybody perception.
Oh
Oh, yeah, I
goodness!
love perception.
I'm looking
And
in
that
the
was a
trees.
+4 too.
That gives me an advantage.
Okay, my base is a 13, but if a 20 makes a difference versus a 13, I will check off a psychic dice.
It does make a difference.
Why am I logged into another character in addition to Zaro? Okay.
So it
Use the
does make a
skills of
difference.
both.
I was like, channel divine energy. Wait, what?
You see, as you're looking around, Zaro, you see that some of the leaves actually look kind of placed rather than strewn about in
Ooh.
certain spots.
Look out. Might be booby traps. Can I search for booby traps?
Sure. Roll check traps.
You mean investigation?
Passive.
Actually, I think that
Nailed
you
it, Jesse.
technically,
You nailed it.
I think the perception check that you did was a check for traps. I think.
Okay, well, I didn't know if I. Okay, now that I was
I will
generally
just use your
aware, if it
previous
was.
perception because you kind of were looking for traps maybe to begin with. I'm just going to use that as well.
That's
Is this
cool.
a use
20
for
versus
passive
23.
investigation?
Yes. Jesse just made that joke. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
So you can see between the leaves, and you're trying your best not to disturb them. They look like little small stones with ancient runes etched in them that are hidden just between those leaves.
Oh, ancient runes. Yeah, okay. Are they like just in a very like? Are we like right in the middle of a small trap? Are they like the entire forest, or like what's going on?
You see maybe like 4 of them in the camp. You see like one next to the steaming cup next to the campfire. You see one in front of the tent. You see one near the entrance, and you see one kind of like in the dead middle of the camp.
Okay. It can be a long shot since I'm not too magical, although I do have a decent Arcana stat. But is there any chance? My suspicion is that these runes might be hiding an invisible group inside, like one of those resting spell things that I may have heard of.
Okay. Do a Arcana check.
Okay, it is a 19, and again, I could boost it if more might make a difference.
Nice.
In which case, 26. But let me know, so I mark out the dice.
So you can tell from Arcana that these looks to be maybe an illusion spell was used on these.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So I'm gonna try to quietly pass this along to the group. That there's runes, and there's some magic thing. I think it's some kind of illusion magic. In my suspicion, and I don't, I guess, have concrete knowledge to back this up, but I'm worried that it might be hiding things that are actually there ready for us.
Hmm. You know. No, never mind.
Well, if it's not hiding him, then we should just leave. We don't need his camp. We need him. He's not here.
Well, we don't know that he's not here.
If he was here, he would have done something by now, right?
He seems to be like you painted him this picture of a badass, which in my mind is somebody who's tactical, and if they think they have the upper hand by waiting.
No, I think he's powerful enough that this is enough of a jump. We would all be dead by now if he was here.
Oh, maybe this was a bad idea then.
Yeah.
All right, so you all leave.
I don't know. I would have liked to have not brought Arabelle with us into this situation, though. I'm sorry to backtrack that, but I would like to have made her wait in the woods a little bit so that she's not like in the middle of the fighting if it does break out.
Okay.
If she even listens to me, I don't know. She doesn't like me.
Is there a tree on the?
Leave?
Is there a tree on the edge of the runes?
Is there a tree?
Yeah.
Like, are you
Like
saying the
the perimeter of the runes? Is there a tree next to the perimeter of the? I assume it's a square or a rectangle, right? You said like 4 runes.
Yeah, it's maybe like maybe a diamond shape.
Can
Okay,
we all
great.
see these after Zara points them out?
You can kind of see the leaves in like these little weird areas. Like you wouldn't have seen it unless Zara pointed them out. Like they just kind
Well,
of
yeah, I was trying to.
kind of
Yeah,
placed
I was
there.
trying to relay everything that I'd seen, and also my suspicions that were not based in fact.
But yeah,
But if there's a tree on the perimeter, I want to climb like a tree with a branch that goes into the perimeter. I'm feeling bold
Okay.
right now. I'd like to climb
Okay.
the tree and then I guess pause for a second so my teammates can absorb what's happening and then cross onto the branch into the structure, the perimeter.
Oh, okay.
You're
You just want
crossing
to enter
into
the
the rune area, but from
Okay.
above.
Right. Yes.
Oh, yep. Nothing happened.
And I don't see anything.
Nope.
Okay. And as I'm far enough in that I'm like would be within if it created
Yeah.
like a spherical bubble.
Yep.
Hmm.
They could be traps set to, like, so that if somebody stumbled into them, they would get hurt. It could also be that if somebody stumbled into them, it would alert him.
I'm
So we
leaning
could-
towards the I'm leaning towards the latter at this point. I think there's definitely like some basic traps that would have hurt us, but I'm wondering if we're alerting them at this point.
All right, one last thing. Given my like 26 to Arcana and my natural roguelike sleight of hand abilities, is there any chance I could reverse engineer the traps?
How would you do it?
What, trying to figure out how they work and trying to flip them. Considering I just have your description of their trap, I can't really give you more than that. But the idea is figure out mechanically how they work. And
They look like small rocks with a sigil like etched into them. So what are you going to do to try and reverse engineer? Like, describe to me what you want to do physically.
well, depending on how magic works, I don't know, Arcana. But maybe try to add a sigil, like in addition to the one that has it, like redirects it.
Okay. You attempt to add a sigil. You
Oh goodness.
you lean over to pick up the sigil, and it starts to vibrate, and you can see the other 3 sigils start to vibrate too, and
I chuck it.
shoot up into the air.
Oh, I try to check mine, but maybe I'm not there fast enough.
It leaves your hand and jumps up like 5 feet in the air, and you hear horrific whispers.
Ooh.
Thousands and thousands of screams.
A preset spell.
Honestly, like what
possible.
we were trying to already do to it, right? We're trying to make it hear the screams of all the people that it had made suffer.
Are these perhaps dissonant whispers? Would you say that, DM?
Maybe.
Mm,
So can everyone
Good
make
call.
a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom
jeepers.
saving?
Yep.
Oh, that didn't go well for me.
Yeah,
Got
me
like
neither.
a
Come
12-6.
on! Hell yeah! 18.
You're gonna have to carry us out of here, Norb.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
cannot. Indeed.
I'll help.
Oh, hold on. Did mine not roll? Thought I saw.
No.
All right, I'll roll again then. Because I thought it rolled, but it wasn't good. So no one saw it. Doesn't count.
All
So
right.
that's an 18.
That's an 18. Okay. So Zaro and Leor, you take 10 psychic damage.
Can I make a pitch that since I can see the rock, I can use my evasion and take half damage?
How are you evading
Uh,
whispers? What?
Mm,
Oh, I can see the thing that's attacking me. I don't know.
rules as written.
No. I don't think so.
All right.
But also to me all 4 of them are attacking you.
On my character sheet, I have no special extra HP. Is that right?
That is right.
We don't have any of your
Wait,
You
cool
didn't sing us a
stuff.
song.
Leadership.
Didn't
I-
Leora do the leadership thing?
I did not feel like an inspiring leader today, and so I decided not to.
Oh, okay.
I made a character choice not to give you all HP.
All right.
Okay, hope I don't die because of it.
I support it. I don't even like these guys. They're murder hobos.
I just sacrificed my literal lifeblood and my constitution to give you guys stats, but it's cool. I don't need temp HP anymore.
Maybe when I'm feeling less depressed about my city burning down, or I don't know, being dead, maybe I'll get around to it.
Or how I helped you kill
to
the
be
bear
fair,
and
you
you want
didn't
to
wake
do
up
me a
feeling
solid?
dead.
No, I didn't wake up feeling dead, but I did wake up feeling like I had betrayed the city that I grew up in.
That's fair.
Well, I'm getting the feeling I'm gonna wake up feeling dead.
If I feel inspiring later, just for clarity, I can do that at any point. I can only do it once per short rest, so I tend to do it right when we wake up, but
So a parchment floats out of the embers and lands next to you, Zaro.
Oh, I don't even want to let it land. I want to throw. Well, okay. Is there writing on the parchment?
Correct. And it looks like
I
it's
guess.
attached. It's attached to a rose.
I don't like this, but I guess I'll read it.
You
I
pick it
wanted
up.
to just stab it as it's falling towards me. Just throw one of my daggers at it. But I
Alright.
guess I think I'm supposed to read it.
Yeah, you go ahead and you like stab it as it floats towards you. So there's like a big gaping hole in it now. It seems to be like attached to a blood dipped black rose. It says, "I could have killed you in your sleep, but death is a mercy you have not earned. You walk in grave soil now, stirring names better left unsaid. The dead scream not from pain, but from memory. Their agony is my choir, and you are trespassing in their sanctuary. Turn back, or I will carve your names into the silence beside them. R."
Oh, this dude thinks
Well,
he's
I'm
cool.
reading that out loud, by the way.
This
Can
dude
I
thinks
just
he's
say,
cool.
I know you probably just meant the letter R, but it sounded like a pirate who is just like
R.
R.
That's one
So
of
our plan, he's
yeah.
kind of already doing our plan to himself. Is that what I'm hearing?
But he's
He's
saying
already
that
surrounded
we
himself.
should suffer with our actions and death is too easy. Like, exactly. It's kind of flipping it on us.
Which means he might or probably was privy to our actions or planned actions.
I would like to run away.
Okay. You succeed to run away.
Great.
I just imagine
That was a
like
DM push.
Pokemon failed to run away.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Norma-
I'm not waiting on the rest of the party. Like, Lior is running out of this situation.
Deuces.
I guess I'll follow because I feel like that was a DM push. Like, oh, very first thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I want to ask you about it. Yep, you're out of there.
Deuces.
So
To
Norb.
be fair, he
Norb-
did push how strong he was last session.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean that's
Yeah.
inconsistent.
So since you both were actually inflicted by the spell, you are also both frightened. So that actually makes
Okay.
sense.
That totally makes sense. Yeah. I'll add that.
All right.
So yeah,
Follow the-
Norbert, Edge, you see your friends just run away as hard as they can.
I would probably look at Edge Theow with a look of just like, eh, and then and then just dip as well.
Guys, I got short legs.
Lior will slow down once she's put significant distance between her and that camp, and sort of wait for the rest of the party to regroup. But do you know where I am in the woods? I don't know. I wasn't stopping to pay attention if you guys were following, so.
You actually darted right past Arabelle, who looks very confused.
Yeah, I didn't slow down for that, so Arabelle maybe can tell them which way I went.
I if I'm allowed, DM, I would swoop Arabelle following, which I'm assuming maybe there was like a 30-foot distance before shrugging to edge the out and following in tow.
Oh, you're trying to like pick her up?
Yeah, just a quick swoop. I mean,
Okay.
she's tiny, right?
Yeah, do an athletics check.
Can I get
What would
advantage
the-
because she's
oh.
tiny?
No. I mean, I almost gave you disadvantage.
Okay. Well, that's a 14.
Okay. Let's see what she rolls. So
This is kind
she's
of
not she's not willing.
Oh.
okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she's part of our party, and the only person that she doesn't remember is Leor, correct?
Hmm.
So would there
Uh,
would there be a reason that Norbert would know of in which she would not be willing?
So you try to pick her up, and she's able to slip out of your grasp,
Okay.
and she looks at you and says, "Hands off, elf!
Oh goodness.
Whoa,
I'm not some
that's
lost
crazy.
I'm not some lost kitten for you to carry around. I've seen more of Barovia than you ever will."
Listen, lady,
Ooh.
we're out here to
Well,
kill
Right.
racists,
Quick point
so
of
don't get on
clarification:
that list.
is Norb an elf, or is this another mistaken identity thing?
no, I'm a half elf.
Okay. All right.
But that's a loaded statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let this go. She's grounded.
Well, no, no, but I mean that's a loaded statement for multiple reasons. One, she's a member of our party. She should be cool with me.
Well, what do you
She
say?
was not. She was not. She kind of slandered my.
No, what do you say back? Well, what do you say to her?
Well, I was running. So the way I see it, I'm running. You know, we're in danger. We all think we're in danger. We're getting out of the way of traps and what could be potential enemy fall.
Yeah.
I go to swoop her. She, squeamishly gets out from me and says some shit, assuming while I'm running. So I guess okay, full stop. Like, what am I doing? Like a Looney Tunes screech? Stop here.
If you want,
That's fine.
Arabelle, if you're gonna be difficult, you can go home.
I can walk
And if
on
you're
my
gonna be
own.
racist, you can
I
go
have
live with that.
legs.
I'm
You can go
just
live
trying
with
to.
that dude we were gonna kill.
I'm just trying to help. We're potentially in danger. What's going on
All right,
here? What?
I
Why
can
did
wa-
you just say what you just said? That's some
Then
wild stuff you just said.
help
Yeah,
by
that's
not
crazy.
underestimating me, which
I'm
everyone
not
else around here does.
Hey, we're all teammates, and teammates help each other.
You didn't pick up Edge Thao.
Yeah, I can transform into a horse, lady.
Well,
He's a
I've
lot
got 2
heavier.
legs. He's about my size.
No, he's a
Good.
lot heavier. You'd be surprised. Sorry, Edge
Yeah. Well, and also, listen, lady, we know you can see the future. If I need to know about the future, I'll come talk to you. We respect that. If we're running
All right,
away from something,
let's just go. I've got two legs, okay? Just don't underestimate me, okay? That's all I ask.
Nobody was underestimating you. We're just all taking care of each other.
What I heard is just next time it gets tough, let her die. I'm cool with that. Let's move on.
Also, what?
Also-
I mean, do you not like elves? Dang.
yo, that was crazy, Aaron.
Yeah, you
Where'd
kind of
you
said.
pull that from? Is
You
that
kind of said a
canon?
few
What?
Is that
things.
in the book?
What? No,
Crazy,
I don't have
dude.
anything against elves. It's just you are an elf.
What did ChatGPT say about me?
Hold on. Oh, TPK
He's
looks like.
finding out.
Oh no.
ChatGPT, you have been challenged. How do you respond?
Strahd
Kill all of
arrives.
them.
All right. So now what? She's now running with you. They're just running west, I assume, towards Kresk.
I was picturing more south, just away from the camp
Okay.
and the direction that I imagined. But I ran south. Anyone else can run whatever direction they want. But
I would run towards my crew members. So like, if I saw y'all dip, that's the direction I would be dipping.
Okay.
I'm running towards that dog because it sounds like he found something really good.
Don't pick them up on the way. It's gonna go bad.
All right. You all gather like a ways away from there, far enough that you feel a bit safer. Your frightened status is worn off.
Oh, okay.
Zarko and Lior, and everyone's out of breath, a little bit, like heaving, hands on your knees, like you just ran like a sprint for maybe like a whole like 2 or 3 minutes before you got to where you are.
I want to just lay down on the grass in the forest, arms splayed, and just stare at the sky for a second. Contemplate everything that has happened to me today, which has been a lot. The rest of the party can carry on. I'm going to do that for a minute.
I'll just lean up next to a tree and wait for the crew to reconvene.
Okay.
No. Okay, well, if ain't nobody gonna say
hold
nothing,
One sec.
I think we can roleplay though while he's doing that.
I mean, if ain't nobody gonna say nothing, that dude totally knew what was gonna happen, and I don't think we should mess with him right now. I don't know if we ever
Yeah.
should, but I mean, I wouldn't mind taking care of him later, but he seemed to step ahead is all I'm trying to say.
He recognized me.
Yeah, I don't know. I recognize that I tend to be a little trigger happy, so that's why when you guys tell me to back off, that's why I travel with the party, is to trust when you guys say, nah, not right now. So
Hold on, what do you mean
go
he
with me.
recognized you? You know the guy?
All right, I'm back.
No, I don't know him, but that doesn't mean he doesn't know me.
Please take your time, guys. I'm sure Strahd's calendar is very flexible.
If you have plans, Arabelle, feel free.
Like, seriously, you asked
No.
to come. Like, why are you going to sass us every step of the way? Jesus.
I know, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get a little angsty.
You're turning into a real Irina.
How old is she,
Whoa.
11?
I'm the right age to know best.
How old are you? How old is she? What?
12.
12. Okay. And she is Vistani human, as far as we know.
Yes.
Definitely not elf.
Certainly not. Certainly not.
That wasn't very nice, Norbert.
What
I
is the
said
race
that.
of Rowan? What race does she believe I am at the moment?
I don't know.
Oh man.
Rowan
Wait,
was
is
like
that-
lizard folk.
What?
Wait,
No,
was
he
he?
wasn't.
That's a pretty crazy difference.
I don't remember. We'll just go with
I think it's human and
human,
elf.
I guess. Yeah.
Because I feel like you said you were human, but you were actually an elf, and I feel like it's some combination of human and elf.
Do you think Leor is one and Rowan's the other?
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
That is what I believe to be fact.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, out of character, I think we figured that one out.
Honestly, I can't say with definitiveness if I remember. I think I know what's right, but I can't say with 100% certainty. So I don't want to put it out into the ether. But
Yeah, I ain't
Well,
saying
Zara's
nothing.
putting that
That's
out.
all meta knowledge.
that's fair.
That's just suspicions, I guess, at this point. Then,
I support said suspicion.
I mean, we did at least see whatever Rowan was, and see whose it is. My suspicion is that, yeah, she's a combination.
Wait, hold on. Arabelle is Rowan and Leor's son?
No.
No.
What?
I meant
Whoa.
like I've just seen the races of Leor and Rowan, and I feel like there's some kind of weird connection between them, and she's something in between.
I told you guys I woke up with some of Rowan's stuff, right?
Wait, I've seen this one before. It's just like Aaron's wife. She's gonna reveal on the last episode of the whole D&D campaign that she's actually a polymorph person,
Right.
a shapeshifter.
Crazy.
I'm just going to hard say that that's not what's happening, just because I don't want people to keep saying that.
Hard saying specifically, or
Specifically, this is not polymorph.
Yeah, it was a shapeshifter. My bad, or doppelganger, whatever it was.
Whatever.
you got your terminologies wrong.
Literally, we played for like a year and a half, and then on the last campaign episode ever, whatever, she's like, "By the way, I'm a doppelganger."
That's fun. That's fun news to hear to me.
Well,
That sounds
I
that
think
sounds like
Jake,
a fun WTF.
Jake gave us all secret backstories, and then was like incorporating them slowly, and then just kind of like we got to the end before we could. I think.
I mean, nobody was. I didn't follow up on them that much.
I mean,
Frankly,
mine
I
didn't have
forgot
anything to
Taylor.
follow up on. I was supposed to be like Drist's biggest fan, but I don't know how he
Yeah.
would incorporate that. Like, oh, am I gonna go into a Drist concert?
Well, I forgot that
Like,
Taylor was a doppelganger. I don't remember. Yeah, no, I totally just didn't do anything.
it was weird. It was just it was a weird
Well,
thing.
and
And it
honestly,
wasn't
that's such
even
a
like
fun,
a
like hook, but we didn't do it, and that's fine.
Okay.
I mean,
the way in which it was
Correct.
revealed was also great. It was like tell a secret. It wasn't like I'm like turning into something for a reason. It was just like tell a secret. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I've been a doppelganger. Jesus.
Leor has
oh.
recovered herself enough. She's gonna stand back up at this point.
All right.
Timing.
All right. So we're going to Kresk next, right? That's what it feels like.
I don't know.
I'm not going to be mean by any standards. I'm still going to be very kind, but I am adverse. I am adverse to this child.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't hear that exchange in the woods, but if it is later conveyed to me, I would also be sus about
Yeah. It would. I think the way that Norbert would handle it would be just exactly that. Because at this point, our party has been traveling, together, and at this point has a certain level of confidence or confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at a moment's opportunity, I would convey what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. Like I'm not gonna be a dick about it by any means, but I am. There is an air of caution and and just awkwardness.
Okay. Yes, we can tentatively start heading towards Krask. As we're walking, I would like to pull up next to Edgethao and be like, on the DL, do you think I'm dead? Do you get that vibe?
Well, you see, that's a good question, because before I came here to Barovia, I'd be like, well, of course not, you're here. But shit's pretty weird around here. Here's what I'll say. If I get any evidence to think that you're dead, I'll tell you. I have evidence
appreciate
that
that.
Norb has some kind of weird necromancy shit going on, and I told him, and he said he didn't know anything about it. It's kind of sus. I think he might be a ghost, and he knows about it.
Oh.
Oh,
Do you think
boys
do you think
are
we're all
the
ghosts?
best.
Do you think the whole group of us is ghosts?
No, I don't think I'm a ghost, and I'll tell you why. Because my people don't become ghosts. Halflings don't have souls.
What? Really?
No,
Leora
like
entirely
Peter.
believes this. Entirely believes this because she doesn't meet halflings. What's that like? Oh my god. How do you
it's
know?
actually kind of
Do
cool
I have a
in
soul?
certain ways,
How
Yeah,
do you know?
yeah,
Can
yeah,
you feel
yeah.
it? Like,
Well, you see, a lot of people don't know this, but the soul is contained in the left pinky toe.
do you not have
so
a left
yeah.
pinky toe?
Nope. No halfling does. If you meet someone
It's
who
an
has one,
anti-Lucas.
they're in
We're-
disguise.
We're building some wild lore here.
I expected Edge the Ow, like almost with 100% certainty to say, I don't know, let me pray on that for 11 minutes.
Okay. Well, Leor has had her worldview adjusted slightly.
Oh man, I got a hearty
Hang
laugh
on.
out of that. I had to pause for a bit. I had a hearty laugh out of that. That was a funny interaction.
little levity in this dark world.
Halflings. It's like
Oh.
Germans. Ich drücke dir die Daumen. I pressed you my thumbs down. I cut off my anti-luck bad toe.
So what do you guys
So-
know about Kresk?
Good wine. What's there to know?
I mean, it's pretty close to the vineyards, but I mean, it's not the Wizards of Wine.
Yeah, we got to go there too, but that's a separate story, right?
Yeah.
What do you know about them,
About what?
the Wizards of Wine? You're the one who brought it up.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that was hostile. That was hostile. I'm sorry.
It may
I'm
have been
just
a
wondering
little.
if you also
It,
hate halflings.
no, it may have been a little hostile, but I was wondering the same thing. Why did you know that? You're a young child.
because
Everyone drinks wine in Barovia.
everyone drinks wine in Barovia. And it's the only place that has wine. It's
Oh.
like the only place.
And wine's
Like
the only
any-
thing to drink.
Yeah,
It's the only thing to drink and the only place that makes it.
correct.
Okay, so
All of the
correct.
nation's liquid.
So there's no nails here, and everybody just drinks wine.
There,
Yes,
I
but
mean,
only from this one place.
there are nails here. I mean, there's water, of course, and like soup and like other things to drink. But in terms of, I think, fun stuff, like I think it's just wine.
Do people put soup in a cup here like Campbell's?
If you
I
want to
mean,
drink.
These are nonsense words. We have no idea what that means.
I know what cups are.
I don't know very much about. I've never been far outside of Valaki, but
You do seem to know a lot more than a girl your age would.
I know about the like 4 or 5 main places in Barovia. Like everybody knows that. I just never been there.
She can see the future, not the present, guys. You know, keep that in mind.
Do you know
And
how to leave Barovia?
What?
Ooh, that's a
I
good
would
question.
Can I just roll a basic insight?
Yes, somebody cast a raised it on you.
You want to cast insight? Sure.
I don't think I cast it.
Oh. You got to
Just
cast
make
the
an
die.
insight check.
The
Oh,
die
this
is
is gonna be
cast.
one of those conversations.
I cast my insight
roll
to the
me some
north.
insight.
That's a pretty boring number.
She seems genuinely a cynical person.
Okay. I'll take it as such and move forward.
Yeah, she sees you kind of looking at her. It's like, are you judging me?
yes.
Well, I read fortunes, and yours looks short.
Yeah, well, you're short, and I'm taller than you, so take that.
Uh,
I'm being childish, obviously.
better to be
Uh,
short than a fool with good lighting.
Well, I don't know what that means, but you're still shorter than me, so I win.
I'm sorry, did the girl who talks to fate make you feel uncomfortable?
I don't even know who you're talking about, but you're still short, and I can't hear you down there.
Got her.
Yeah, obviously Norbert's just being childish because he's mad.
You know what, Norb? I might be small, but so is poison.
Well, that's
Poison is
crazy, Airball.
small?
Yeah,
I was just
a
about to
weird
say we should
adjective.
do like a group team building exercise, but bruh, I ain't turning my back on you now.
I'll leave it at the spat. I liked the idea that Norb was trying to do a nice thing and she was like a little like a little kid dick about it, and now he's being childish himself.
She is a preteen.
You know what, Norb? You can carry me when I'm dead, and even then I'll complain.
Norb just turns his back. He's not listening anymore.
Oh, look, Norb just got prettier.
Damn.
Right. Lior is pulled ahead of this and is keeping company with the robot, just trading jokes as we walk.
Piddlewick the second is doing like a military march, very exaggerated military march.
I'm playing a march for him to march to.
Oh, and then he's like into it. He's going extra into this march too. Like, and he's saluting every so often as well.
Nice. Love it.
Um. So, have any of you been to Kresk?
Have I? I have not, right?
No.
Has Rowan?
Mm.
My family lives there.
Has my
Your
body
family?
been there? Has my soul been there?
Yeah, my family, they live there.
I heard a rumor that there's like an abbey that can like bring people back to life.
Oh. Drop back as I hear that and be like, oh, that's interesting. Where'd you hear that?
That's like what all the kids say. That's just what all I know about Kresk.
What's the name of the abbey?
I don't remember.
Hmm.
Sounds expensive.
Can you do a history check, Lior?
Sure can. That's a 15.
Let's see. Oh no. No. Oh no. Sorry, I'm accidentally using the wrong hotkeys again because I have a job that requires me to use a terrible operating system.
You mean Mac?
Yes.
I was gonna say, were
It
you
is
talking about the Apple thing again?
yes.
I mean, at least all the oh no's weren't against Lior.
Sorry, we're doing what with Lior?
No, I just like I thought yeah, your role.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
was like he kept saying oh no, oh no, oh no. It's like, well, I mean, at least it's not against the character, it's against the hardware.
Because
It's against the hardware.
hitting the Windows key and then hitting random keys does all sorts of weird ass shit. So don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
hate? When they switch, like, the function and control keys.
yeah,
There's like one, I don't think it's those two, but there are like two specific keys that sometimes get flipped.
there we go. Back to it. It's the you know it as the Abbey of Saint Markovia.
Abbey of Saint
Markovia.
Markovia. We know Markovia.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, maybe. No, Mardukov was what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Very similar.
You've
Probably.
met some of the Mardukov family.
Right. And I know that the other part of the family is winemakers, so it's probably related.
Yes, sir. That's my family right there. Yeah.
That was a player knowledge hint.
Okay. Um
As can someone roll a D10?
just any old D10? Yeah, I can.
Yeah, just roll a D10. Roll a
It's a
D10.
1.
A 1? What is 1?
Ah.
You're 1% successful.
Okay.
I'm gonna strike up a conversation with Norbert as we're walking and be like, if you theoretically had an opportunity to talk to, say, your disembodied soul, but they couldn't talk back to you, what kind of questions would you ask them?
That's a trick, right? Oh, I'm not part of this.
My disembodied soul. Okay, so like the thing that's inside of me is separated from me and I'm talking from my body to it, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And apparently asking a question with the specific caveat that it cannot answer.
Yeah. What would you do in that kind of a hypothetical?
Oh, you mean I can't answer? Like, wait.
No. You can talk. The soul is not gonna respond with
Oh,
words.
okay.
So
So you've
asking
gotta
a
be
question seems like the one thing you shouldn't really
no,
be
like
trying
yes
to
or
do.
no questions. Yeah, like Zaro, is like the soul can like gesture. So
Oh,
like
okay. That,
Might be
that
Well,
makes
good
no,
sense.
that
grades.
I mean that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, I mean, why wouldn't you
Give it
I mean,
answers.
first off, try to figure out, gestures for yourself or things that you would think that you yourself would know, because you should know yourself better than anybody, right?
mhm.
But if not, then maybe there's somebody in town that would know hand gestures or some kind of communication that maybe we don't know.
Okay, what if
Maybe.
theoretically it was not your soul? It was like somebody else's soul.
Oh, well, then, I mean, you're gonna probably have to make like bird symbols and such. I don't know. I
But
mean,
do
I
keep
mean,
in mind there's a non-zero chance he can talk and he just didn't. A non-zero. It's
Yo.
Including
probably pretty
canon
low, but
that Norb, like Charlie Day from Always Sunny, is just an expert in in bird symbols.
no, going back to it. I don't have any spells that really interact that way. But I mean, in all honesty, if it were me, I mean, I would just try to convey myself through hand signs and symbols, and you're saying that it's not potentially the same person. So, but I mean, communication is all the same.
hold on, you want spells
Yeah.
that let you talk to the dead and talk to spirits?
Maybe. Do you got one?
Uh, next time we sleep, I could probably have something pertinent.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm checking. I'd be surprised if nothing on the entire druid spell list. I don't see anything yet, though. But
I don't really know if he counts as dead.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
He is pretty dead.
outside of character, Norbert just doesn't have anything spiritual or necromantic. So I just feel like that was how that conversation would go. But
No, for sure. I mean, Lior like crowdsourcing ideas from the
no,
group
that
about
makes sense.
like
Yeah,
new existential
100%.
state. Like,
Yeah, no, 100%. I'd be feeling the same way. It's like, wait, am I dead? Am I not dead? Am I two people?
Um,
Yeah, I thought that
so
was actually one of the coolest lore drops this entire campaign so far.
you you all ascend the winding road towards Kretsk, an old Svalich road. And you hear a solitary bell toll in the fog. A slow, mournful, and without any wind.
does it sound like a clock bell, like it's tolling the time, or is it like a
Do a
funeral
perception
bell?
check.
Mm-hmm. 15.
You recognize that as a church bell toll.
Mm. Okay. Well, I'm not going to church.
And
Anyone want to go to church?
and squinting, you can see a little faint trail off the road, leading into the misty pine woods.
How long have we been walking at this point?
I would say maybe a few hours.
Have we been walking long enough to get a new map?
Nope. You have a map.
Of Barovia, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was trying to gauge whether this would be long enough that we would be like looking for a place to like have lunch or something. Like, is there a reason that we would want to stop in this church?
I don't want to stop in the church.
Okay.
I'm done with churches. In game, in game and out of game.
I mean, it is probably maybe getting closer to noon, maybe like before noon a bit.
Right. Lior is also not big on churches even before any of this stuff happened. So unless we have a pressing reason to stop, I would want to just continue on. Edgetheow, do you want to go to church?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always interested. You know, I am here on missionary work, and they don't like my people aren't opposed to, you know, doing co-sponsored events or whatever. But also, like, I don't know. I don't even know what church this is. I'm not that invested in going there.
Well, there's only one religion in Barovia.
Oh, everyone here's the Morning Lord people.
Yeah. I mean, like, I haven't been to this church, so I don't know, but I would be surprised if it was anything else.
That's the only one I can remember hearing anywhere else.
Edgetheow, as you're looking towards the direction like Lior had motion to where the sound came from, you see a kind of a short, stout man like walking out of the path towards you.
Halfling short or
Yeah,
short
I was gonna
human?
say.
No,
I was
like
gonna
human short,
say.
still taller than you. Like a short, stout human. He's wearing wearing garments of a priest. Like a kind of an elder priest as he walks towards you.
He's coming towards us.
Yep. Hello, travelers. Could I bother you for your help?
Trying to help.
Yeah, maybe, probably. That's vague. Like help killing children? No.
Well, in a way.
What?
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, there are my children, but they have come again, and this time, please, would you help me send them home?
What is going on here? How many children do you have?
His flock.
I have about eight children who keep returning.
They died?
It was a sorrowful state, but yes. We ran out of food. We didn't last through the winter.
I would like to roll an insight check on
Okay.
this guy.
Oofa doofa.
Yeah,
Yes,
roll
sus.
insight.
This is like the opposite of a succubus.
13.
He seems like he's sorrowful and he's very earnest in what he's telling you.
Okay. I'm very suspicious. I'm suspicious of did this guy eat the kids? Did the kids eat him? You know, just suspicious. Very suspicious.
Big time.
Listen, sir. We will hear you out, and then I may request to pray real quick for 11 minutes. and then we'll move from there.
Ooh, there it is.
If you could just give me 11 minutes of your time. No soliciting.
Please, please, you all look strong, and I would like you to help before they hurt anyone else.
Are we talking zombies,
Well,
ghosts,
DM note.
vampires? Like,
How are they hurting people? These are kids. These are starved children.
Well,
undead.
they used to be.
And now?
I do not want to speak ill of the dead, but
So,
they are more ravenous now than they were when they were alive. Please, please help. And as he says that, his body fades
Oh,
ethereally.
Jesus.
dude, is anyone alive around here?
Ah! Is
I mean,
anyone
we did
in
help that one
Barovia
guy kill his
alive?
son. Plot twist: Strahd is the only actual living person. He's not a
Is
vampire.
anyone in Barovia alive?
It's a happy place.
Is anyone anywhere alive?
Do we all just keep getting recycled through the same purgatory over and over again? How many times have I done this?
How many times have we all done this, if we're being honest?
Yeah.
All right. This is a good stopping point.
On
Wait,
this
before I
question
forget,
of
though,
existential dread.
for the DM, I would just like to flag that from now on, for each long rest, I would like to practice my 11-minute captivating dance routine, just in case somebody needs to pray or cast detect magic, and I need to occupy NPCs.
Hey, that's a beautiful idea.
What? I
Oh,
don't even
yeah,
know
dude.
what words that you are saying right now. I
I'm working
feel
on a
He is-
captivating 11-minute dance routine.
So that we could cast a ritual spell in combat.
Yep. Just in case I just need to distract people. I'm working
Is-
on it. Like do backflips and like acrobatics and stuff.
is this like a 5e feature that I've never heard of?
No, he's
No,
just being a shithead.
it's just
Oh,
shock
okay.
value, right? Like you're just talking to some guards, right, at a gate, right, and then all of a
Performance
sudden
roll.
they,
Like,
they just bust out dance
I'm
moves.
literally like searching frantically through this thing. I'm like a failure of a DM and I've never heard of this before.
No,
And it's
just
like,
dude. Can you imagine that? You're just standing there as a guard at a gate, and this guy just starts going unts, 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 and starts doing backflips. Like, are you
I
not
don't
gonna just
know.
be like
Right.
totally captivated?
or he
I
just
don't
stabs
lose
you.
interest by 11 minutes.
legitimately though, like there are bard features that or bard like skills, I don't know what you call them, that like take 10 minutes and captivate people. Like I didn't pick them up, but those are bard skills.
I'm saying I'm working on it. You can always like people can react to it differently, but I feel like there's at least some people out there who would just be like, "What is going on right now?" and be captivated.
More than
You know,
anything else, it's like that happens and they don't stop it, so someone else can do something.
Based on the energy and the what is happening, can I just assume it's Darude Sandstorm?
You're gonna have
Oh,
to drop a
nobody?
link in
Nobody?
chat.
Nobody?
Yeah, you're gonna
Okay.
have to drop a link in chat on that.
Damn. Okay.
Are you singing that song where they headbutt people?
No, that was the Sandstorm
No.
song.
I mean, I think a lot of people headbutted a lot of people here, in like rock songs and what have you. But I'm sorry, I thought that would hit harder.
Yeah,
I'll
I had no
I'll
idea
do
what
better
it was.
jokes next time, guys.
I just don't do
It
pop culture. Don't use
Eric-
me as your yardstick.
Arabelle,
I totally wanted to be there.
Arabelle
I
looks
so
at
wanted to
you
be
and
there.
says, "Let me stick to the jokes."
No, it's all good.
No,
Like
we have a joke bot for that. Come on.
I'm
Arabelle doesn't
happy
like
if
that
it
joke.
doesn't hit. Sometimes a joke not hitting is an opening for future jokes, and then sometimes it's literally nothing, which is also a joke in and of itself. Like, hey, remember that time he totally whiffed?
Fiddlewick the Second is now like pantomiming, like choking himself. and falls on the ground and starts like rolling around and then stops moving.
Can we ask Piddlewick the second about Piddlewick the first? Oh, well, you were trying to wrap up. We
I
could
don't
do
even
that.
remember Piddlewick
Alright.
the First.
That's what I'm saying.
All
No,
right, we
he's
can do this
not
as a
Piddlewick
last
the
thing.
second.
As the last thing we can ask. You can ask him for the final thing.
Hey, Piddlewick, you're a little taggy there. It says Piddlewick the second. What do you know? What do you know about your senior?
He nods up and down and says, he motions to come towards him, and then he starts drawing on the ground, and he draws a little person, and he tries to put like little rivets on that person. And then he draws like a little tiny jester hat like his on the small person, and he points to it, and then he points to himself.
Is there a third?
And then he draws a larger, much larger, like in terms of like how you are to him, in terms
Like
of
Gundam
difference.
size.
Yeah, like next to him. And it also has a jester hat.
Huh.
And then he puts a 1 above it.
Oh, okay. He's big boy. Strahd shows up in a Gundam mech. Meet Piddlewick the first.
Piddlewick the second shakes his head.
Hey, as long as Gundams came up twice today, I'm happy.
It was a good day.
Lior feeling not great about her just personal situation, having learned that she's maybe dead, having had to give away her name to somebody that she thought she knew well but apparently didn't, and also that Rahadin apparently knows a lot more about her than she was anticipating. Not a happy place for Lior to be.
So,
Sounds like Barovia.
out of character,
Lior, I'm getting
Um,
really tired of you being in a bad place because I want some temporary hit points. Darn it!
all right, that's a fair statement. Out of character, I am enjoying Lior's story, but also, goodness, are you dead or are you not?
Yeah. It's a good question. Is Rowan dead or is he not? Who did I see when I went to this world full of ghosts and saw Rowan? Was that Rowan, like, actually? Did I put him there by coming here? Did I displace his soul and now he cannot be alive anymore while I'm alive? It's a
Yes,
whole
you both
thing.
shared a half of a death. You're the first people in history.
But, like, we were both there at the same time in that house.
Ooh, so can I say confidently that 2 people died before I did?
We killed a lot of people, bro.
I mean, it would make me feel better personally.
I mean, does the
think you're
dog count?
Oh,
The dog died after
Dang.
him,
That's
though.
true.
No, yeah, the dog. I don't know. Is that even a death? He got transformed into an ever-living being. Except, no, we destroyed that thing to cast a spell.
yeah. So since we're out of character, there is still the bracelet of Lancelot.
Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Choosing not to talk about it for the time being.
Rip.
But there is the bracelet of Lancelot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're
he's
still
immortal.
wearing it.
Yes, I am. Even though technically D&D Beyond won't let me equip it. You know.
Yeah.
Must be like a recognized item to equip it.
Yeah. It no green square to clicky, but I think we all agreed, storyline wise.
Yeah.
But
I also can't put my spooky amulet on, but I'm totally wearing that everywhere.
yeah, super wearing it, super spooky.
Still
Also,
has the note, did not kill me immediately.
Hold on. So, how many amulets are you rocking right now?
No, I only have one that I'm wearing. One of them didn't come with me when I showed up in the house. That's the one that you guys saw Jenny had today that apparently signaled my death. Apparently.
Yeah.
11 years ago. apparently. Does anyone remember how
Allegedly.
like Danica said that it had been kind of a long time since I performed, right? But like she didn't like that was unreasonable, right? For to assume that I had not been here in 11 years, right? No one else made that assumption.
Did not make that assumption.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was unique.
Anyway, sorry.
I'm
But
Tangent.
still
also,
not.
Still hung
Hold
up
on,
on
I'm
this dead
still.
thing.
No, I'm still not making that assumption. I feel like we got some kind of
So in that moment, she
different
did
people are
correct
thinking different
herself.
things. Oh,
She corrected
okay.
herself because she thought she was confused.
Mm-hmm.
it just because it sounds like we're wrapping up, and now I'm extremely curious. Jake, do you remember that coin from the last campaign that you always forgot that I had that was supposed to like do something? It was supposed to drive me insane.
Yeah.
What was there? What, did we just miss the outcome of that, or never was actually supposed to do anything?
No, it actually did have something, and it was like actually pretty bad. I'd have to look in the. I'd have to look in
That's
the
not that
book.
important. I was just very curious because
So
every time that it came up, you're like, "Oh, you're actively
Oh,
holding
damn.
that thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, I've never stopped." Like a lot of times.
There's a lot of stuff I never did anything with. I mean, like a lot of stuff.
Oh, since we're talking about inventory
Yeah.
items, I remember now that I'm looking at my inventory, I have a book in my possession called The Curse of the Dusk Elves. So while I am not sharing stories about the Dusk Elves with you all organically, if anyone was snooping in my stuff, you could find out quite a bit about the Dusk Elves.
I
And
don't feel
you
like
saw me lift that from the Baron's Manor, I think. I don't remember where I stole it from.
I feel like Norbert definitely would have saw you lift it because I was attempting to do the same thing at the same time. But I'm not the type to snoop.
Yeah.
So it would just be something that would come up in conversation, like if you found something fascinating or interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Hey, I saw that you have this book about dusk elves. I want to educate Arabella that elves. It's not okay to be racist to elves. Can we read that book?
Like as a group story time? No, we cannot read that as a group story time.
It's like it says
I
right there on the front of the book, how to teach 12-year-olds not to be racist to elves.
I am the kind of snoop, but I'm not the kind to just pick up a book and start reading it. So
Right,
safe for
and you
me.
guys don't. Yeah, I don't know. You know that there was a dusk elf and that I had a conversation with him, but I don't know that you have reason to care about them beyond that.
No, that's all I
No,
know.
but I think we all figured it out.
Well, you did
Out of
heavily
character,
suggest
but-
he's like a father
Or did we
figure
all
type
heavily?
person, right?
Yeah,
Or that
maybe
was
this
all
is
out
another one
of.
of those situations where I thought we figured it out, but maybe we didn't figure it out. DM, can you clarify?
Voss is
In
not my dad,
character.
just to clarify. He is
No,
not
I
my
don't think
father.
Voss to your dad. I
No,
just
yeah,
think we
yeah.
clarified that you're a dusk elf.
And I was just saying father figure because it's Barovia. Your dad's probably dead.
Yeah, he
Her
is.
dad is Strahd for sure.
Thanks for asking. No, both my parents are dead, which is why I have a soft spot for orphans.
Exactly.
We
Her
should
dad
collect
is
more
Strahd,
then.
like I said.
In character, right?
Yeah, in character. Her
You
dad's
said
totally
that in
Strahd.
character.
Okay.
Punch you in character.
Roll an attack.
1 damage. But I made it. Ha ha ha.
All right. I guess you guys can decide next time whether or not you want to go and help this ghostly figure.
I mean, probably have to at least like walk around and investigate it, right? Like we can't just leave with maybe zombie kids eating people, right? I don't know. Can we?
Yeah.
I try to
but,
never leave a plot thread unbitten. It does happen though, you know?
the longer we're here, the more I'm inclined to leave a lot of stuff alone. This place is messed up.
It's
But I'm
not.
also down to interact with zombie children, that's fine too.
I would rather face the zombie children than have them find us when we make camp later. That's
Yeah.
kind of where I'm at. I don't really feel the need to help this guy who starved his kids to death, but I also don't want to get eaten in my sleep.
No, I
Well,
hear
he's
you.
also
Kill them while
dead.
they're children. You don't want them to grow into zombie adults.
I don't know if that's how that works, bro.
Hold on,
that's-
maybe we should start doing crimes. Maybe we should start raiding the countryside.
Wait, we should start doing crimes?
Yeah. Well.
You know what I always
Okay.
thought?
Yeah.
We've been arrested multiple times for our crimes.
I don't think I'm
Everyone's a violent
I'm recreating the wheel on this, but like, how many times have you guys been either a part of or adjacent to the fact where your retired heroes become the villains of the next campaign?
I've not played that out, but I'd be down.
I think that would be one of the coolest things.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I got some strong characters that'd be really fun to kill.
Gloomhaven. I don't know if anyone's played that. It's like D&D in a box, basically. Like it does the DMing for you, and it has like pre-made characters, and it has set points where like once your character has reached their personal goal, they retire, and then you get a new character. And when your character retires, they have like a card that gets shuffled into the NPC encounter thing. So like then your next, the party like this party might encounter again later in like a different capacity, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, me and Jesse played the digital version and we beat it, I think. Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a digital version.
Yeah, there is a digital version.
I think we beat all of the I don't know if
Digital
you
games.
call. Well, I don't know if you'd call them like secret bosses or what have you, but what was some of the bigger ones, Aaron, that you were like you and Taylor had a hard time with?
So there's like the secret boss, and I feel like the secret boss was way easier than some. The hardest one I think I
There
ever
was
had
that
to do-
horseman dude, wasn't he?
Yeah, the headless horseman was the hardest boss in the whole game. I don't know
It
if
was
you've
a fun-
gotten to that. Sorry if that's a spoiler.
I don't know.
Oh,
We were just kind of
goodness.
meandering. We were more focused on personal quests than on the storyline, and so we were.
Okay. Well, we
Yeah.
won't spoil anything else for it, but basically, the only the hard levels were just like normal levels. Like,
Yeah.
it's like there's like one where you have to go open a bunch of chests and you have to use a loot card, and it's like my character doesn't have a loot card or a good loot card. It's just some of them are just bad.
We fought that one too, right?
Oh yeah, we did. It took us like 3
That one
tries in real
sucked.
life. Dude, it was bad.
Stuck.
Yeah, it was really fun. Gloomhaven is a very good game. I haven't played a touch of Frosthaven. I would love to, if anybody ever wants to get together to do that sometime, digitally or what have you.
Well, whenever
Yeah.
the digital version comes out, I don't know when that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Has anybody else touched Frosthaven?
No, we haven't even finished Gloomhaven because we got, we've moved a lot. It's like
Oh,
once you
no,
pack it
fair
up,
enough.
it's hard to get it out again.
Oh, for sure. And
when you have the
like,
physical box, it is massive. It's like a big...
oh yeah, it's a loot box or a chest at minimum.
Right, yeah.
There's a company that went out of business that made the wooden inserts that we use to organize it. It was like
Oh,
a
they went out of
box.
business?
We've got foam
Yeah.
inserts for ours, yeah.
Yeah, it was like wooden like laser cut box inserts, and it makes the
Yeah.
box like almost twice as heavy.
Oh my god. People do that with 3D printing though now. You can just tell them what board game you want and they'll design them and print them and send them to you.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
awesome.
There's like people
That's
on Etsy
cool.
that do that, yeah.
I love Etsy.
Yeah.
Etsy's good shit.
Yeah, one of our friends got a board game called Great Wall, which is like you play as Chinese generals trying to like build the Great Wall and defend against the Mongol hordes. And they bought organizers that way, and it's really cool because they have like a whole deck of generals, and they've got like little tabs that stick up that are 3D printed, so they're all separated and easy to find, and like all the organizers, and they like slide the pieces in so they're all like in place and they don't jumble around when you close the box. It's really cool.
Oh my gosh,
sounds awesome.
this game looks awesome.
Are you looking at Great Wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't played it yet. He got it out and explained the whole thing to me so that I would want to come back and play it.
Is it like cooperative or is someone playing the Mongols?
No, so nobody is playing the Mongols. It's semi-cooperative, so you have to work together because if you don't, then the Mongols overrun you. But at the end, the general that has the highest honor wins. So it is like
Okay.
semi-co-op, semi-competitive.
Is that
Okay.
like and it's not the exact same thing, but what was that zombie winter game that we used to play, Aaron?
Yeah.
That
the
was
one.
semi cooperative, but it was
Well, there was
survival.
Ooh, I think I
there
played that one.
that was the one where you had a secret traitor that had there was someone
Yeah.
like that was working against the team.
Oh, that's fair.
Dead of Winter, I think it was
No,
called.
that
Yeah,
was
Dead of Winter. I
that was a
played that.
good game. I enjoyed that game.
We have
Yeah.
like different scenarios for like, oh, got to get the truck running to evacuate or whatever.
Yeah. It was Dead of Winter.
I enjoyed that game. That was one I
I
didn't
only
pick
played it
up.
like a couple times. That's a problem with having a group of people who are like super into board games. Is you'd get a board game and play it twice, and then they'd be ready with the next board game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's too many board games. There's not enough hours.
Yeah, it's like the gift and the curse where it blew back up, which was a good thing, but then there's just too much to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
You
looks
never, like,
really
feel like
cool
you
though.
messed
I love how the Great Wall looks. I would totally throw down on this.
Yeah, I think board games and tabletop gaming, very similar, right? Like, there's a lot of really cool tabletop systems and campaigns and out there and everything, but you get one group and it's like that's it. You've locked out your tabletop gaming because everyone's busy with that.
Dude, I'm so worried that tabletop is just gonna like get crushed by these tariffs. That's like one of my because so many of these
Bro.
tabletop companies build all of their stuff like in China for it to
Oh, yeah, all
be,
their
like,
all their
easy-
figures and all their
Yep.
figures and boxes.
Yep,
I
all of
don't know that they're that susceptible to tariffs. Like, board game people are gonna play board games. I don't think it matters if it's $40
Well,
or $60.
what I'm saying is that there's lots of GoFundMe's that already has like a price pre-written into the GoFundMe. So when they
Oh,
start
yeah.
new
They won't
production,
have enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
like the
gonna like
mint
have to
condition
double
pre-order
in
dilemma.
price. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That would
indie
suck.
gaming scene. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. It was more like the GoFundMe's is the ones I'm worried about. Which Gloomhaven came out of that stuff. So
Yeah.
We were in this call with a lady from Germany today, and we were talking about how, like, oh, we sourced this from China. She was like, well, that's stupid. Why haven't you found a replacement because of the tariffs? And we're just like, damn. Had no hesitation.
Alina, have you unlocked the Eclipse class yet?
I believe so.
Okay.
There's
Oh,
like
boy.
it's the counter to the sun one. Is that
Yes.
okay?
Yeah,
No, we've
you
unlocked the
have-
sun one, not the eclipse one. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
The Eclipse one is the most broken class.
No, don't say anything.
Okay, I wasn't gonna say why.
Okay.
I was
No.
just gonna say it was.
No, that's the fun of Gloomhaven. You know nothing.
Well, Aaron
Okay.
always
And
finds
Well,
a
then
way
why
to
were
ruin
you bringing
everything.
it up, Aaron?
Because I was asking. I was getting like, is this a spoiler or not?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Because you're
so
normally the
my
one.
partner and I, though, were doing this really fun thing. Like, when we unlocked a new character, we would do a painting session for the mini because they all came like not painted yet, and so
Oh,
it
Oh,
was
that's so
yeah.
like,
cool.
cool, right? You're like designing the character as you're like, yeah, it's really cool.
Can I just give the biggest respect to you for that? Like you and yours. You're like, you and your partner. Like that's cool as shit.
Did you unlock the 2 mini one?
I don't know. We haven't played in a while. I'd have to go look at the box and see what we have
Okay.
unlocked and what we haven't. Because
Gotcha. But you
so when we were in Connecticut, so my partner was stationed in Connecticut for like 7 months, like not very long. But it was like ideal because every single person there was at the exact same stage of life. Like, they were all the same age as us. They all had kids the same age as us. And they were all like in the same like career path and everything, and they all had the exact same work schedule. So, and they were all board game nerds. And so we would do this like every single Saturday. It would be like, okay, like the guys would go over, they were playing Twilight Imperium, which is like a 12-hour game. So they would like
Oh,
start in the
God.
morning, play
Oh, I
all
can't do
day.
that.
And then
Can't do
like
that.
by dinner time, like the wives and kids would show up and then we would just let all of the kids like play in a room and we would do board games and stuff. So we were doing Gloomhaven with those people. And then we moved because it was only like 7 months long. It was like golden era of board games for us though. It was because we just
I mean,
always
don't-
had this built-in gaming group. But then it's been like, okay, now we have to like, do we just play with the two of us? Do we find 2 more people to rope into it? You know, like it's been hard to pick back up.
I would first like to say that sounds wondrous and beautiful and awesome. And like you were saying, like the golden age of like tabletopping for y'all, like that. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I
Yeah.
have never been a fan of the 6 to 12 hour plus tabletops.
Well, that's
I-
literally
I-
just that game, though.
I am
Yeah,
a
they didn't
pers-
invite me to that one.
No, I know. I was gonna say I'm a personal fan of anywhere from 2 to 6.
Do you,
Yeah.
Like two
Jesse,
to
did
6
you-
is this. What's up, bro?
Did you play Eclipse with us? Do you remember that game?
Yeah, and we didn't finish it. And
Yeah,
The
so
dreamy
Eclipse.
one?
Yeah,
That was
Eclipse
fun,
is the
though.
one with space where you build
I
spaceships.
really like
Yeah.
Oh, Space? No, I didn't play that one.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and
Eclipse is like Twilight in like a fraction of Twilight Imperium. Imagine you multiply Eclipse by like 100, and that's what Twilight Imperium is.
What
never
about
liked
it.
Warhammer?
There's a
Yeah.
board game bar that is open near us. Like you can just go, you order drinks, and they have a bunch of board games, and you can just pull one off the shelf and sit down and play. And they have
Wow.
Twilight Imperium on their shelves, and we keep like every time we see it, we point it out and laugh because it's like it takes longer to play that game than they are open in a day. Like what? Who's coming in here and playing
That-
Twilight Imperium at this
That
bar?
is a good joke. That is a good joke. It's a fair point.
It's literally just there as a talking point, so you guys can come in and laugh at it.
Right.
our
Well, like
fish.
I don't know. I think maybe it's a joke for the bartenders, right? Maybe somebody pulls it down sometime, not knowing what they're getting into, and the bartenders can just laugh at them the whole time until they give up.
No,
It's actually just
no.
an empty box with a note that says no.
Yeah, as a bartender, that is not a funny haha joke. That is a oh shit, now I have to stay here late tonight.
Yeah, it depends on the demeanor. Could be like oh shit, looks like I'm getting tips late tonight.
No, as a bartender, you never get
No.
tipped extra enough to make the extra hour you have to stay there worth it. You know,
David,
Like, they'll give you a fat tip and you'll be like,
David, I totally lean on your end of the fence. I was just, being, devil's
no. There's
advocate.
been times where I'm like, just don't even tip me, just fucking leave, please.
Yeah.
It's worth $10 for you to leave now.
Yes, especially when it's like 2 hours after you've closed. Like, are you kidding me? Who doesn't have that kind of respect to just be like, oh yeah, you closed at like 9. I'm here at 11:30. I should leave now.
I think they would. I'm pretty sure our board game bar would kick people out. I don't know. I haven't personally witnessed it, but actually,
I
no.
had
Maybe
less
they have.
confidence
Maybe they
then.
have
I
kicked me
asked
out.
permission, and then they were like, no, you have to wait until our liquor license expires, and then you can kick people out, which is 1 a.m. But
Oh, man.
nowadays, I would have just been like, no, better to beg for forgiveness than ask permission. You guys need to leave. Sorry.
Hmm. Washington's got really different laws about liquor places, though.
Well, I think the way I would carry myself is if, say for just a random number, we close at 10. 9:45. Hey guys, this is a friendly reminder to wrap things up. We close at 9. Come 9 o'clock. Oh man, we're just finishing up. Okay. Fair enough. But you get a 15-minute buffer. Otherwise, I'm wiping your shit.
So I was nicer than that because as the late night bartender, I was the person who locked up the store. So the dishwasher had to spend an extra hour, like after closing time, like at minimum cleaning things. So I never
Okay.
cared the first hour. But when like the dishwasher is waiting to go home for you to leave, that's when it's a problem.
But see that's really pushing the envelope, isn't it?
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
I feel
Right.
like 15 minutes is fashionable. 30 is like, all right, guys, we apologize.
I was gonna hand you the keys and tell you to lock up. Honestly, I'm like, I'm out. Have fun.
No, yeah, I literally went outside and was like, "Let me know if you need something." Left him with the bar and just went outside on the patio and hung out there for like 45 minutes with some other like people who were done working.
Aaron's over here like, here's the keys, here's the deed. Like,
I'm
pretty much
done.
I'm like, wave me down if you need me, but I was outside. There was literally not a single employee in the whole building, just some customers.
All right. I got a dip. See you guys next
Alrighty.
week.
Deuces.
Catch you
Y'all
guys
take care.
later. You too.
Deuces.
Yep. Peace out.
Bye.